Hey everyone, and welcome back to Open. Our next guest is a lifelong South Bronx resident, writer, teaching artist, and mother who founded a mobile bookstore, Bronx Bound Books, prioritizing the neighborhoods where access to books may be needed the most. She brings weekly book clubs and workshops to schools, farmers markets, art centers, festivals, shelters, and various organizations. And as she puts it, every neighborhood in the Bronx deserves a bookstore, even if it's just for one day. And here to share more, please welcome founder and CEO of Bronx Bound Books, Latanya Devaughn. Hello and welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I should say welcome back. Right? It just feels like Zoom open, we'll call it for me,
Right.
was like so long ago. And what was that, like 2 years ago?
Yeah, it was during the pandemic, the height of the pandemic, when we had to shut everything down. You know, our mobile bookstore relied on being outdoors. And at that time, I didn't have the bus.
Right.
So we pivoted online and started to do story time with authors and community members, reading stories to the community via Zoom and Facebook.
I want to applaud you.
Thank you.
Like on air, and I want everybody to really understand how committed you were. You are, I should say. But at the time, you were doing it just pulling out books
Yeah.
and offering this on the street wherever you felt it was needed without the bus.
Without the bus. It was me, Uber, friends' cars, a shopping cart, and some books.
And now you have this bus.
Yes, we converted a bus. Yeah.
And it's a beautiful bus.
Thank you.
Very welcoming. Not one of those buses you got to be like, oh, I don't know if I should let my kid in there. You know, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Kids try to figure out how to sleep there and live inside the bus. So
It's definitely
different
one of those
experience,
buses.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about the process of the bus and how long that took you. All right, so we met up during the pandemic. You were doing it like when you could, where you could, right? With your shopping cart, you basically declared, I'm going to have a bus
Yeah.
and I'm going to make this accessible to whomever needs it, right?
Right.
And so now you have the bus. How long have you had the bus?
Labor Day 2021 was our first time out with the bus. It was supposed to be a soft launch. It wasn't even painted yet, but we haven't been able to put the bus back since. But we've gotten it painted since then.
Yeah, no, I saw. It's blue. It's beautiful.
Yeah, Laura Alvarez was the artist who painted. She's also in the BX Arts Factory.
Right, in the BX Arts Factory where you have an office as well. I mean, you've just like grown exponentially.
I have.
Like real, and it's beautiful with all this community support, which is
Absolutely.
important, which is what it's all about, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, so you got the bus, and then you went and you did your bus, whatever, I guess outreach, because I don't know how you do that. Like, do you put out an open call and do you say, hey, what neighborhoods need a bookstore, visit, and how do you also seek the books themselves? Because I know you've got this rotation going on.
So our bus was visiting farmers markets. A lot of educators were my customers, and they would say, hey, can you come to my school? And I'm like, absolutely. I have a lot of friends who are educators and principals of schools. So I became a DOE vendor, and right now our bus gets rented by the schools. And when the school rents the bus, the books are free. So the goal is for the kids to leave with 3 books, a book that they know they're gonna love, a book that they're curious about, and a book by an author that they've never experienced or a subject that they've never read about, with the hopes that they fall in love with reading and expand their reading taste. So that's one way. We get books through various donations, publishers, community members. We encourage people to donate books that they love themselves so they can pass on the love of reading to someone else. Not books that you just want to get rid of, right?
Right.
So-
No, and I saw that you have in your outreach, you're like, no, they need to be in good condition
Yes,
or brand new.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's integrity in that as well.
So when you come onto the bus, even though a lot of the books are previously loved or donated books, because publishers do send us brand new books and authors send us brand new books, or books that we are selling, and if we have an overstock, we'll just put it in a bus rental. They'll see the books and like, okay, no, I can't bring my junk here because
Right.
the books are in great shape.
Right, this is not no thrift store. Right.
Hey, thrift stores are good.
No, we love thrift stores, but
Yeah.
that's not the situation here when it comes to the books. I'm saying, right?
We want people to feel proud of a book,
right.
even if they're getting it for free.
Right. And so, all right, so we went from the bus, and then I know recently you had this pop up at the Bay Plaza Mall.
That was amazing. Towards the beginning of that, decided to pivot into a brick and mortar. So I got a little taste of what it would be like in a brick and mortar thanks to the Bay Plaza Mall. And we were sold out of books every other day. So that was the proof of concept that I needed to really push, the fact that we do want to expand. The bus will never go away, but the brick and mortar will be part of an expanding our mission.
And so, okay, so you did the Bay Plaza Mall experience, and how long did that last?
That was for 2 months. It was October and November. December, our bus gets rented by Montefiore and a few of the business improvement districts, the BIDs, in the Bronx. So December is our busiest month of the year, and we do a lot of school visits, book fairs, and author visits. So we shut down the mall for December to serve our community, as a whole, as best as we can with the bus. The bus is our bread and butter.
That's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. And it's amazing because you made it accessible and it's in demand, which sounds to me like you're going to have more than one bus.
Eventually we will.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like, right? And so, all right, so we went from the bus. Well, we went from shopping carts to the bus to the
schools.
Right, to the schools. All right, we can't leave out the schools because now you're a DOE vendor.
Yep.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's an expansion and an extension.
It is. And then, the kids, they'll see us on the street and it's a new concept. But once you meet us in a school, a safe space, a trusted environment. So when Montefiore rents us, they'll see the bus and be like, oh, they came to our school, so I'm going to go there. I know what to expect, especially when something is so new and vehicles and, you got to be safe. And
right,
things
exactly.
Like that.
That's what I mean. That's why I was like, hey, in case y'all wondering, it's a really beautiful, inviting, welcoming, and very active bus, right? There isn't only one person in there. It's it's almost like a mobile library.
Yeah.
Actually, it is a mobile library.
It's a mobile bookstore.
It's a mobile bookstore, I should say. Right. But yeah, right. She's like, no, it's a bookstore.
You keep the books?
Yeah.
Or yeah.
And so, all right, so we went from that to the Bay Plaza Mall, and now you have an office within the Bronx Arts Factory, the BX Arts Factory.
Right. So we activate the space. We have a studio there where people can come drop off books. We also have author events where we'll bring an author in to do arts and crafts and read their book and sign it. So we found a space that is beautiful and welcoming to the community. And the BX Arts Factory itself does amazing work, and all their programming is free. So since we have, a pretty big following, why not bring them there so they can experience what the Bronx has to offer through the BX Arts Factory?
And so I was able to witness and experience some of those events that you you hosted, and I just wondered, do you cater to a particular age range?
No. Well, for the schools, now we've expanded to bringing authors in. So we have an author meet and greet where we'll do an assembly or a classroom visit, and then the school will purchase a bunch of the books by a certain author. But we do have events for adults. We're moving into the adult book phase, young adult and things like that. We offer various workshops, book clubs and things like that. So it's not just for kids, it's for everyone, the whole family.
And what I love is that you're really being selective about what you're choosing to highlight, right? I mean,
absolutely.
Yes, I know. I saw. I was like, it's all BIPOC, right? And with that, I know you have someone that also suggests book reads, and I know, Palestine is one of them as well. Right? But it's for the next generation.
Absolutely.
So I want to talk about that because, it's important that they're being tended to in a way that they're not just being fed the information from the masses.
Right.
So talk to me about what that process is for you in selecting and how you even get to know these individuals, the authors, and or choose these authors.
Once you meet me, you're stuck with me for life, Rhina. You know. I've known you for so long. I get to know the author, get to know their work, and I believe in their messages. And I see what they want to do for the community and why they wrote the book. Books that represent their neighborhood, anything from hair to religion and things like that. So I think it's important for kids to see themselves or see their neighbors so they can understand when they go into a room, people are different. and learn how to accept those differences. So I think books are a great way to find out. And, you can read a book. No one needs to know what you're reading, but you're learning. And then when you go into a room or when you go away to college or go to a different high school or different school, you'll know why someone is dressed this way or why someone has to go and pray at this time. Or you yourself, you have that confidence to say, hey, this book is about me, or someone like me.
Right.
So we need to see ourselves in books.
Right. And be our own narrators.
Absolutely. I believe in writing your own stories also.
Yeah. Yeah. But it starts there. It starts with reading the
Absolutely.
narrations from the sources.
Absolutely. You can gain the confidence to know that your story is of value. Your story matters.
So where are we now?
Whew. We are doing a lot of work with the schools. Our schools are our number one customer.
That's beautiful.
Thanks to our chancellor really reinforcing the fact that he wants everyone to read. So I'm pretty much following the cue from the DOE and charter schools and private schools that we work with. This is where we are meeting the kids where they are, where they gather, so they can really have a book that a book experience that is meant for them. I take the students and the neighborhoods into consideration. So no book experience is the same,
You curate it according to what where the school is or the district and or the predominant
demographic.
Right, the demographics, right. And so what is one success story? I'm sure you have a whole bunch of them, but I want the one that really sits with you the most of a child that you saw transform from this experience.
When they know that they can take the books home for free, some dance, some get really excited, and taking home 3 books or more, depending on the type of event, is like something that I had to figure out a way to run a business and give away books at the same time. So the bus rentals was the thing. So when I first introduced this concept, seeing that it worked and it's something that people want, it's not even just kids, it's adults. I met someone who was living in transitional housing, and she lost a book during her transition, and she was able to find that book on the bus. And she was so emotional. She was, brought to tears because she enjoyed the book and she lost it during transition. And, just hearing those stories of people in our neighborhood.
Amazing, amazing.
Thank you.
I've said it and I'll say it again here on air. I am so proud of the work that you are doing and continue to do. And sister, here's to leaving things better than we found them.
Right, absolutely. It's our responsibility.
Brava to you.
Thank you.
And everyone else who's with you.
Thank you.
And to the next generation. Thanks to Latanya Devaughn, everybody's reading. All right. Once again, Latanya Devaughn, founder and CEO of Bronx Bound Books. Once again, you guys, if you're interested in books and or donating books, you can visit bronxboundbooks.shop and on Instagram at bronxboundbooks. All right, stay tuned. There's more open when we return.